Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to learn element handle in Playwright JavaScript. Don't worry, it's actually very simple. We will use a real or an HRM log example and also understand the difference between element handle and locator. So let's begin. As an automation tester, the first thing we need to do is that we need to find an element. So in Playwright, there are two different ways. One is very common, which is the locator, and other one is element handle. Now both are different and they both work in a different way. So you need to understand the difference between these two so that you can use the right one when you're automating the web applications. So basically what happens here, so you need to find an element, then you need to interact, and then you put the assertions, right? So this is a very basic flow for the automation. Now what you can do, how you can find the element. So one approach is to use the locator, and other one is basically to use the element handle. Now, what is the difference between these two? So when we talk about the locator, we are saying the Playwright, just go and find the element from that web page. Whereas when we are talking about the element handle, so basically we are saying that the element that you have already found. So Playwright, just give me the element which you have already found. What it means, so basically you'll learn about this shortly, but if I show you the example, so when you're working with the locator, it's really simple. You're saving the username and you're saying that page.locator and you're providing the locator over here. So using that, Playwright actually locates that element. Whereas when you're using the element handle, so basically what happens over here is that await page dot dollar sign and providing the locator over here. Now this creates the locator and this creates the element handle when you use page dot dollar sign. Now what is Playwright doing here? So Playwright finds the elements. Playwright will find the element over here and gives us its element handle. Now element handle is basically a reference to an element which Playwright already find for you. It's already there, right? Now we can automate any flow using this one like page.dollar sign, and we can locate elements and perform the actions. So let me show you and then we'll take it further from there. So let's go here and let me create one new file and let me name it as element handle dot spec.js, and let's go here. And this was a previous test, so let me copy this complete line of codes from here and come back here and paste it over here. And obviously we don't need these stuff, so let's remove these ones from here, and we don't need this thing, remove this one. So we are finding the element over here using the get by role. It should be a text box, and text box should be username and filling the information over here. Again, we are doing some verifications, so remove this one, let's remove this one, let's remove this one. So let's make it really simple in terms of understanding the element handle. Now here what we are doing, so we are simply using a locator approach. We are navigating to this orange time login page, and here we are locating the elements based on their role and we are performing the actions. So here we are filling, here we are clicking, and we are here again we are clicking. Now in order to change this to element handle, again understand, element handle is basically a reference to the DOM object. Okay, so first we will open the ORHRN in the same way. Then we need to use page.dollar method, and that will find the username field and gives us an element handle for that one. And once we have a handle for this one, then we will use the fill method to enter the username, and we will do the same for the password, and finally we will get the login button and we will click on it. So here let me write it down so that you can see the difference in terms of how we are working with this one. So what I'll say, const username is equals to await page dot dollar sign, and here we are giving a element. So it's basically input field, and the name of the input field is basically username. And now using this one, because as I said earlier, the page.dollar method finds the username field, because it will find the username fields, and gives us an element handle which we are saving into this username variable. So once we have the handle, so simply what we can do is that we say await username dot fill, and that's how we can fill. So again, here this is element handle and this is a locator approach. That's the difference, right? And in a similar way, let me copy these lines of code from here and paste it over here, and let's go for password field in this way, and then we need to go for the login button, right? So const login button in the same way, and we click on this one. So now you see that the difference, here we are using the locator and here we are actually using an element handle. Now when we talk about element handle, so basically we are saying that here is the username field. So Playwright is saying that here is the username field I find, and I giving you a handle so that you can utilize that handle and you can perform an action. Now there's a difference between locator and handle. So basically locator will find the element and then perform the action, whereas when we talk about the element handle, it's a reference, basically reference to an element in the DOM. And again, this is a recommended one, obviously, because it has the built-in features like retry, waits, and everything. And it doesn't, because here you are interacting with the DOM element directory, right? Because you have a reference to that particular DOM element. Now, the question here you might have is that when to use this one, right? So basically, when you have a specific interaction required, where you need to interact with the element attributes. For example, you need to find that a username field should have an attribute called class, and it should have a specific class because it was in the requirement. Or in the complex scenario where you need to manipulate the DOM, you need to talk to the DOM directly, basically. So element handle gives you this opportunity, and here it will help you to talk to the DOM directly. It will create a handle of that particular element, and once you have a handle, you can talk to that particular element in the DOM. So that's how it is. It's really simple, but again, it depends. Mainly, most of the time, you would be using locator, but in some cases, if you need this element handle, use this. Okay, so, and why I'm saying this? Because the modern web applications are dynamic. So elements can appear, disappear, or recreated. So locators provide built-in ratings. So they're generally more reliable for the test automation. Whereas in the case of element handle, we're directly talking to the element in simple words. So we are getting the reference of that object, and we are interacting with this one. So we have already written the code. So if I go here and remove these lines of code from here, so this code should also work, because here the element we are trying to use is basically the username, password, and the button, but we are trying to do it using the element handle instead of the locator. But it should work because eventually you're talking to that dog element, right? So let's run this one and see what happens. So I will simply use the AI to run this one. So let me open this one and let me say this to the agent, the GitHub Copilot agent. Let's select the agent and here say run this test in edit mode. So it will run this test and you will see that. So on the daily basis, you might be using the GitHub Copilot as a pair programmer. So instead of writing the whole command, so I thought it's better to ask the AI to write the commands with my permission so that I can review what exactly AI is doing. So now it's just running the command. This command is really simple and basically write test. Inside the test, we have elementhandle.spec.js and dash headed is a flag which we need to provide in order to run the scripts in the headed mode. Right? So just executing this one, and shortly you will see the browser will open and it will go to this particular RHRM demo website. It will identify this field. This will provide the username as admin, then password. So let's see. It will be really quick. So it has opened the browser, navigating to RHRM login page, and we got some failures over here. So let's try to debug this one. So I have debugged this one, and the reason is the difference of the using locator and the element handle. Now what happens is that when we are using the locator, so it has the auto capability of retrying the things, waiting the things, right? Whereas in the element handle, this is the main difference between element handle and the locator. So it was not waiting. So what I did is that I just added the wait for every particular actions, like going to this particular website, wait for it, then identify this, provide admin, then wait, and then this one. So let me run this one again, and you will see that this time it will work. So again, this is the tricky thing you need to understand, because if the element is not visible, the HTML is not there, so it will be failed. So you need to be very wise in terms of using this, when to use exactly, right? So this time you'll see that it identified his username, admin, now password, and now it will click on the login. So test will be passed now. So I just added the weights over here, intentional weights. And again, it's not the good practice because we shouldn't be going for the hard-coded weights. But in order to show you the difference between locator and element handle, I have to add this in because previously it was failing because the page was really slow in terms of loading, so it got failed. So I hope by now you have a very good and clear understanding between locator and element handle.